Welcome back to Devilcraft Leather. In this episode, we're going to be recreating the Jon Snow Bracers from Game of Thrones. It's leather armor, I've never done it before, and I think I can do it. Up until now, I've only been doing wallets, clutches, and lighter cases, so this should be a pretty big build. Alright, I hope I'm up to the challenge. Also, if you would like to leave me a comment, I greatly appreciate it. Please click like and subscribe. Let's get into it. I already slightly planned this whole situation out, and I'm just gonna start cutting these. So if you're wondering, these are 4 by 2.5. I got that measurement by looking at the photo of the bracers from a picture and then measuring my arm, which if you go from the wrist up to where his bracers sit, it'd be 8 inches up to mine. So I'm building these for me, obviously. In this part of the video, I'll be creating my holes. I only need to really do this to about, I think, 6 of these to start off with, because I know some of these are going to be cut in half. So if you're wondering why I started with this part first, because it's the most tedious. So, get the hard work out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is creating the pattern that will lay on my arm. Okay, so at this point, I've just grabbed a couple swaths of leather here. I've measured out the length and how they would wrap. 8 inches at my wrist, 13 inches at my forearm. So part of this would go over the top of your hand to a point, and then wrap around. So now you can see here we have 2 bracers. I gotta figure out the shape of this, how this is gonna come down. The Jon Snow Bracers in the movie come down at an arc. I might change up that design just slightly. We'll see what happens. What will happen is that these will be mounted in place here. So I'll probably glue these on first, and then what I'm going to do is I have this other leather that's a little bit thinner. And what I need to do is make sure that these are spaced evenly enough apart, far enough apart that they actually create that sort of tiled look with the leather that I put on top of this. Alright, so we're going to move all but this one in the middle. Who knows? It's not going to be exact, but it'll be pretty darn near. Since this piece of leather isn't even going to be shown, you can write all over it, it doesn't matter. if I didn't state before, and you're wondering what type of leather I use, it's veg tan, wool leaf. Okay, so you can see here that I've glued all of the tiles down to the underside of the bracer, and I have the top piece of the bracer that's going to go over top of this directly under. So what I'm going to do is knock these holes through here. Full my SD card is, but we'll see what happens. So I could have gotten away with having, you know, only the 100 or so rivets, but I added this extra layer on top, which gave me like 12 more holes to punch in. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I would have still, because if I cut it right here, I still would have had snap, 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 snap. So maybe it would have only been like 6 difference, but guess how many I was short? 6. So you can see here that I was completely unsure how this outline on these sides would turn out. I mean, they're about 80% of what I wanted them to be, but they would be sufficient to put pop stitches in this. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. So that's good. That means the other one, again, I should have paid more attention to the placement of these rivets, especially on the outside here, because that'll come into conflict with my stitches on this side. So, yeah, that's life. If every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs, right? Okay. So I'm just kind of, I guess, working this leather in here like this so that it starts to conform to the tile. And the glue is still kind of wet on the back, so I'm being kind of gentle with it. Otherwise, once I'm finished with punching those stitches in all the way around, I'm going to put my straps in so that it'll be able to be strapped around an arm. Prior to that, I need to get it all wet and then basically put it in a, well, essentially something the same size as my arm. Thanks for watching that episode. There's going to be 3 more parts to this series. I'll be releasing the next couple episodes over the next week. Alright, I appreciate you tuning in, and remember, the devil is always in the details.